Hi, my lovely spectators. Didi here, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna make some stuff. So I am using my Tim Holt stuff to maybe make some cards. I'm gonna pull some of the people. I'm gonna pull some of the stuff that's in here out, and just have a play. And so probably just some regular old, cards to add into the journal from Sunday, so that I could start decorating that. So if you didn't see this video, I created this. So I'm gonna need some ephemera and stuff to go putting into there. So let's take a look at that. So like this is my whole stash of Tim Holtz ephemera stuff and pieces. And then I have another one of these with the backdrops and some of the other papers. So yeah, it's a hot mess. Anyway, so I have the usual. I have the field notes, so I'm going to take some of that out. I have some of these frames. I don't know if when I purchased this, I didn't realize I'm not a big fan of like the chipboard. So we'll see where this it's not going to come into play today. I've got some of these transparent moths, some tissue paper, not going to use because that's already got a background to it. The boo-boo tape is there. I've got another one of these rolls of the collage paper, tissue paper basically. Then I have this packet of ephemera. What is this one? The layers, botanical, so maybe some of that. This, what is this? This is a Halloween transparency. This crack window, we'll take a look at it. I'll leave it out here. Then I have, the peoples, of course, stocked up on some of this. I have some of that. So let me get some of this that I know I'm not going to use. What is this? Oh, this is something from another time frame. Another thing going on there. Here's some other loose ones. So maybe I'll dig into there. Oh, there you go. So I had created these little things during the Christmas. Anyway, I was like, I lost one. These are the people. Yeah, so this type of situation. I have yet to make, I feel like I'm so backward. I have yet to make an ID card. And trust me, I've gotten stamp sets and stuff like that, but I just feel like it's so hard to really coordinate myself to get all the stamp sets out and about, and my situation here and the way that this is positioned is just a hot mess. I have this, the sticker book. I have this because I actually scanned them. And so I was like, oh, so that I could use them, perpetually. But you know what? What are we doing? What am I doing? Hoarding. I had done a thing with this one already. So I had two of them. They were on sale. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to make some flat stuff. Another little person, she got out. So I think I'm definitely going to use postage. I also got this one, the Snarky. So I might incorporate that onto the journal cards. Look for some things that speak to my soul. With the other snippets. And more peoples. That's where she came from. So we'll dig out some people there. More people. I don't know how they were trying to escape. So, this is a thing. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, and I have these. Now, these are too big for that book because the book is only 6 high. The height of a what is that called? A background. So, but these are not that bad. I could do a quick little. Let me see. I could set up something here, maybe, right? Let's do like a pocket. Okay, so we'll probably pay with those. So let me just like round up what I'm not going to be using. I don't need this one. I'm not doing the tissue paper. Don't need the booklet, the chipboard, getting that out of my way. We'll use some of these. We'll use some of these. We'll use some of this. These big words I'm not going to use in this particular adventure, so I think I'm gonna stay away from the acetate for now, and I'll leave these random boo-boo sheet. I'm using Seven Plaza's vocabulary or vernacular because she made you know, which is an economical thing. These are, you know, you want to use them, they look cool and whatever, but they do, you know, they are pricey. Where are the peoples in the little square bag? Oh, here they go. So I'm not going to use these guys, but maybe I will use these. So let me just take out this stack and I can put these back later. And let's see here. I'll leave this on here because that to take out a few, they'll just get a mess everywhere. I'll take this out. Put it back rather. So that goes in there. So we have the words, which I could add later. The collage strips. So we'll pull out a few of those, and then we'll add the bits and the bobs and all of that good stuff from here. So yes, the hoarding must stop. And I have, like I said, another, I think I want to say curator. I'm not really good at like keeping track of what they are. I had everything like in this little case and then it just was not working. So I wound up needing to readjust and just like kind of got rid of this awkward junky little whatever thing that had everything in. And now I'm like, I need to find a better way. I don't want to, you know, disperse it into the regular because, you know, it is kind of, you know, on a special kind of note. So, well. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so they are white on the back. Okay, so let's just take a look. This guy is really super dark with the greens and the tones of the yellows. There's a little bit of this burgundy-ish color in here. There's a lot of cracked. So I'm going to try to look for, like, so for me, this would fit in, that would fit in. So we're looking for the blue tones. So we've got a person, we got bird. I think this one could go in there. And this one. So that journal has 12 sheets folded, 24 pages, 48 sides. So I think I'm going to maybe do 6. 6 might be sufficient. Let's see. Let's take another green. Oh, there's a purple, but there's no real purple in that one. What about this burgundy-ish one? You know, let's add some variety of color. So let's look at this again. So we're going to have this burgundy-ish one. We're going to have this toned one. We're going to have this yellowish one. Let's keep this as a green one. Let's see what else we have. So that's, we need to, want to pull 2 more just to have that we're going to then add. It seems kind of wild, right? These are already kind of done, but we're going to be adding to them. Let's see. I had a blue. One of the pages in there has a little bit of a bluish undertone kind of thing. I think I'll do that. And one more to decorate. It's gonna be, let's do, no, that's not, decisions. I know it's a mess, right? I always say to my, oh yeah, just throw things together, but still, you know, I make a little bit of an effort to kind of, you know, not make them be all over the place. All right, so I'm going to take those 6 as the bases for what we're doing here. And I'm going to throw this back into my storage. I'm using these kind of as the base to make like a page thing. So if I wanted to add this, I could. And then I could make it into, sorry, let me lower you a little bit. Hopefully, I'm just realizing how high guys are. Sorry. I could do that. Probably not on where there's a tag. So, and then I would have a tuck, right? So yeah, so, or, and on bigger pages, as you get bigger like this, they could be a belly band. So we'll make a few tucks. I wouldn't put them up here. So we're talking about, whereabouts? Maybe about here. Could also put it on this side. So, I think, yeah. So 6 would be good enough to like kind of have 3 and 3 or whatever it is. So we're going to just kind of do that first. All right, are we going to use the people? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not so much. We have, oh, look, my bag broke. We have a bunch of labels. I got some washi. We've got these dials. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that I'm going to put one on every single one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not sticks. 6, that's a number. Let's grab some more numbers. So this is what I'm saying. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm just gonna pull stuff out, and I'm not looking at necessarily it, and I'm gonna just make it work. I'm gonna take that washi out and this washi, right? So it's numbers and letters, and there's another one in here that is just decorative. So I'll have 3 out that I could possibly use. All right. Well, let's close. These are not closing up. Okay. So let me see. I usually am not good. I can't see what my phone says about the time, so I'm going to look over there, and it's like 15 after. So I'm going to try to stay within an hour so that you guys aren't totally and completely bored of me. I'm not going to pull these because that's like more squares of that. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else in here that might be cool. This might be a little too big. This might be better to kind of, these guys here, to kind of integrate the bigger people. But I think that this size is too big for the journal. So we could do something else with these size ones. We could fold them in half, make a little card, not card. You can make an index card out of it. You're going to fold it up, make the shape, a little booklet. So maybe another project with these that might be cool. So I'm going to think about it. We are not using from this one. So let's file that back because, you know, my space is right here. And I definitely am not going to use the big heads here. So they're kind of creepy. I mean, it's just creepy. But hey. Listen, this is his, you know, this man was a very smart man when he entered into the realm of crafting. He found himself a really good niche. Okay, I'm gonna just throw them in the bag even though I don't want to, but I need to get them away and out of my space. So I will drag out some people here. So let's just pull six sets of people. So we got 1, we got 2, 3. I'm not even looking. 3, 4. Let's see. This one came there. 5, and let's stick in here. So far, no children. 5 and 6. All right. 6 of them. Okay. Oh. Knocked you guys. Okay, so I think that the moths might not go. They're transparent. I got them. I haven't even really looked at them too much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna save them from another. And they're so shiny. They're not stickers or anything. They're just like transparencies, right? So yeah. So, I mean, another project for this. I really don't think that the moths in this style are going to go. So I am making some decisions here in reference to what I'm going to use and maybe things actually going together. So with this one, use for layering, and this is also used for layering. Also, this one's, I like when they show you at least a semblance of what's going on in here. So there are some butterflies I can pull out from here. There's mushrooms, and there's some other little bits and bobs. So I just grabbed any little numbers, any little label here. So I think I want to look for some other pieces. So we're going to hold off on this one. Let's look for 6 pieces that can also layer in that are slightly different. Like this, for example, a little bigger. So that's 1. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, they're gonna be like, this woman's crazy. Here they go. 1, 2, 3. That's too big. 3, and let's see, 4, 4, 5, and 6. So we got 6 little backers as well to kind of make the shape. Let's grab some florals. So we've got 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more, 6, and then we do have the butterflies and the dragonflies and all the other flies, but I think that's it. I'm gonna pick, so I have 6 florals, 6 backers, 6 little labels, 6 numbers, 6 people, 6 strips, some washi. I'm not gonna take anything else out of this, and I don't think I'm gonna take anything from here because I feel like there's a difference in tone, right? Even though there's white here, this white seems very in your face. So I'm gonna this is my little pile of stuff, and we're going to have this on the side so I can grab a postage stamp, and then I need, should I? Well, I can always do that after the fact. Just having to see if I need to put like a backer on it. So let me grab. What is this? Walnut stain. Is that what I want? No. No. Oh. Where's my? All right, I'm just looking to see what I'm gonna be distressing with. I don't know. I feel like they're like right where we walk through, so I'm like they're probably rolled underneath something, the actual other ones, because I could have sworn that I had. Maybe I'll just go traditional. So let's do vintage photo. It's traditional. Here we go. Vintage photo. So yeah, I kind of have a thing for each one. His handles. These are some spools that I got from either Temu or Amazon. So I just added some Velcro and Bob's your uncle. So we're good. All right. So we got this pile of mess, and now we're gonna go to my somewhat process. And I'm going to put the tapey pieces on this side. And now let's actually look at what we have going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I said I wanted to have 3 to be like belly bands. So with that one, we could use bigger types of things going on there. So for example, that could be a wider piece. That's a wider piece. We'll put this over here, and then this and this. And there's another one is missing. Here it goes. And this. So the ones that will stay a little more tight will probably turn into page tucks or little pockets. The ones that open up are going to be ones that are for belly bands, because then they could be a focal on the page and you can just slide things underneath it. Okay, so now take a quick look and see if I'm liking how this is going so far and where I want to put more or less the things. Okay, here I am, I'm covering the people. But here's the thing, I have other people that I want to kind of stand out. I don't mind them there. I think I want to put this here and that there, right? Yes, and this one I think I'm going to kind of like somewhat center on the lower side. All right, so that's the first and the second kind of layer of it all. Then I have these. Now these, they're kind of shiny, so I'm like, I don't know. But let's see, we have 6. We're going to give one to each. And we're going to, so there's some red there. The grunge of it all. I think I want that here. The other redness I want on this one. This one here can take, I think, this one. And then when it comes to these two, very similar, I'll just split the difference. Okay, now we have the people. Let's add the people. So definitely want to add the bigger set on this one that's wider, can handle it. Then we have a bunch of other ones. So we've got the couple, and we've got the one sitting down, and we've got a couple of single people. Okay, so let's see. I think maybe there and here. I feel like I want to put these ladies here and these here because I couldn't cover them up, and I'll put these people there. Okay, for now. Okay, and then I'm going to take the labels. So we have just some regular old labels, and we're going to be trying to integrate them. And we have, oh, I thought I had, well, I guess we're going to figure that out. I guess the big one will go here. And then we will put little ones to tuck here and there. Okay, let's do that. Here, they're kind of small. Oh, my nose. Here, and where's the other ones? Am I missing one? Something stuck to something else. And there, I'm missing, oh, here it goes. So now that's like feeling like a Christmassy vibe, and I don't want to do that. Let's put that one here, and let's put that there. And maybe we'll switch this up because it's a singleton, and this could handle a little bit bigger. All right, and now we have some numbers. So put that one there. We will put that here. It says figure. I don't really matter because whatever. Put that there. And we'll put this one there, and we'll put this one there just because. Okay, and then now we have the florals. And we're going to figure out what's going to go where. Okay. Now, yes, there are men only there. There's a man only there, but that's okay. We're going to work with this. So we will put this one there because it does have that kind of going on there. This single rose and this one here. Let's see. I think this goes good with this one, and I think I want to put this grouping with that one. And so let's see here. Maybe that with there, this one here. And this is to me less feminine, whatever. Yeah. So all the stuff that I pulled out, I've kind of allocated, right? And again, I'm gonna put it. This is what it is. So I have my glue. And I have my vintage photo, and then I have some stickers that have to do with, the different colors. So, yeah, I'm going to have to kind of like see if I'm going to pull from there. So let's have that open on the side over here. I'm going to put one up here. Let's see. I'm looking for the different tones. I don't mind this one as a possibility, and I think this green might be a little too bright, so maybe these greens. Okay, all right, so let's just make some whatevers. So we're gonna make myself some space, and we're just gonna pick one to kind of to kind of start with. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with these lovely ladies, and I'm going to turn them over here. Okay, and I'll just have this here and some bubble tape. I don't think I need all of these out, so let me spread out. Let's just grab a page that has a variety. Yeah, we'll leave that one out, and then we'll just put the rest in the bag. Back in the Tim Holtz zippy. Where is the zippy pocket open? I don't want to miss the pocket. And then you think it's in there. You pick up the thing and it's like psh, everywhere. Okay. I know. I don't make sense. Okay. I don't know. So right now you've seen my process. I'm not overthinking it, even though I tend to overthink a lot of things in my life. I'm not overthinking this. So let's just ink up the pieces. I'm not sure if these are stickers or not, so I have to figure that out in a minute. But we're just gonna ink everything up as we go. We want to get out that white edge and continue the vintage, and then we're going to glue things to get the, where's the little, there we go. Okay. So I figure 6 is a good amount. I mean, even though when we're decorating, are we supposed to do like odd numbers? Okay. Oh, it is warm where I'm at in my house. I favor the cold. And so I am feeling a little bit warm. And I think I'm going to throw on my fan. It's a little desk fan. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't start to vibrate the table and it doesn't make that much noise. You can hear it, but I'm loud, so I'm sure you can hear me over it. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I will say that I'm trying to put out more consistently or more videos on a regular basis. It's not the easiest thing for me, but you know, it is an attempt being made. So I am digging that some people who have done the small creator challenge have been commenting in back and forth, and I still have a lot of their videos to watch in order to kind of catch up and see what they have to say, give them a little shout out, and you know, so that's on the agenda and coming through the next couple of weeks. A few more people. I mean, like 16 people downloaded the Ko-Fi information. So I'm thinking, oh, 16 videos. I haven't seen 16 videos, but you know, people takes time to make videos. And so I'm not, you know, overly like, oh my God, why haven't they done it? I can understand because not having time all the time, not having enough time, having life and stuff, then yeah, that can be a delay. All right, so we are going to cover them. Cover that. Let's see. Is this a sticker? I don't think it is. Right? No. No, that's okay. Is this a sticker? Let's see. No. What's happening, Mr. Holtz? Why aren't these things stickers? I know that's not. Is the flower a sticker? I felt like the flower might have been, but I could be wrong. Why doesn't he have adhesive? This stuff is expensive enough as it is. Why isn't it already a sticker? Am I messing it up? Not really, because we go grungy. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let it go. So we put some washi down. I'm gonna stick all the pieces on here. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it matters, but it's not like it's a major. Like, oh my God, I can't do that. Let's just. Oh, I couldn't get this off. Now the thing that is it. Maybe because I'm trying to pull it off the wrong side. So I took off the outside piece so that I could feel the texture. And I'm like digging at it and it's like, hello, girl, the texture's on the other side. So yeah, see how much easier it comes off? Yeah, let's just put it on this card. Just because, why not? Let's put the card here. And I also am like catacornering it, kind of, that kind of thing. Let's see, that. Let's have our ladies. Do I want them all the way down here? Because they have to be grounded on something, I feel like, right? Because that's like the whole thing with these people. So I don't know. I could ground them with this. Whether it makes sense or not, I don't know. Right? And I'll take it off that side. And then, let's see here, a secondary label over here. And then the florals up there. I don't like that being there, so maybe I need to just lower the entire thing. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna move it over, and we're gonna start to glue. So I'm going to first tack down the lady's feet because I don't know how high their heads are gonna fall. So they're covering this because we know that that's gonna go behind it. So let's do that. So we're gonna cover where I don't need the glue. Make a little semi-cluster thing here so that this could go right about there. Slide it over a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to add glue over here on the back. And bring that down. Okay. And then, okay, somewhat straightish. Okay. And then we're going to add this over here. I don't want to go up and above because, well, you know, it's going in that little journal. So let me attach the flower to the clock. Okay, right here. And so I'm going to put that kind of up there. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a break, and then I want to add that. So I'm going to lift the flower up a little bit so I could add this under here. Put the flower back down. Let's move this over slightly. Okay, and then so this is how I work. So you guys are getting insight into how it is that I work. So yeah, do I want to make them connected down here like that? No, that just becomes to me a little too much. I don't mind the disconnect here. I think that's okay. It's like, hey, the lunch ladies, time to clock out. All right, I'm gonna do that. I feel like that's good to go. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I'm not past that and there's no glue hanging out on the back side of this. I'm gonna fold over the extra bit of the tape. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure that everything that's not gonna be flip-floppy, whatever. So put that like that down here. Everything already looks secure. All right, so here's my first one. So since the journal's right here, let's take a look. Okay, so we're gonna be able to pick a spot. Let's say, not with a tab. Let's say here, right? I could have the paper be right to the edge. I didn't distress it, like that. Glued on the top and the front, and then I can like tuck it, there on the inside. Right, so there's a lot going on there. Or I could take it to one of the further back pages, let's say, and I could tuck it here, right? And I could glue most of this here. I'll have some space here, but I could still tuck something here, and I have room to add another element. So we've got something to add to the journal, and we'll figure that out when we go decorating the journal on Sunday with other things besides what I'm making right now. Okay, so that's number one. Oh, you know what I didn't add? I didn't add postage stamp. Do you feel like we need to have a postage stamp? No, I'm not. There's no place to put it. Okay, let's do the big one for belly band style. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we've got this guy in the center. We've got this bluish tone. Okay, so we're just gonna hit it with some ink. A little bit, nothing crazy. I usually am generally a very heavy-handed inking person per se, but I don't know where my dark one is, and I need to go dig under the table and see if the dauber is there. I was gonna maybe pick something a little less on the orangey side and more for the brown side. But I know my walnut stain was not acting well. I used it before and it was like it's on its last leg, so I figured I would pick a different color. Okay, so I am busy. No, I'm not busy at all. I am busy trying to figure out how to make journals more efficiently and trying to decide what to do with the next step, because I was watching Joey Duffy video, and she was talking about the mess. And on one of my thumbnails from Sunday, that is literally what's sitting next to me, my cart of supplies. And I'm gonna knock this down a little bit just by adding a little bit of color. It's gonna be part of a layer, but the white was a little too much. It was just amazing how it's like, we have all these piles, because I'll be honest, I'm close to that. And it's because we move things out of our way, and then we wind up having other things like, how do you call it? Put on top, this, and then they become this clustered mess of things. And as she was fixing it, one of the things that she mentioned that was like, oh, that's true, is that even though we are technically cleaning up the space and stuff, and we're creating and turning it into something else, so it still exists. Remember, matter doesn't disappear, so that was something that I found not eye-opening, but like, okay, yeah. So yeah, we're like, oh, but I'm making stuff, but yeah, but you're making stuff and you're keeping it. So how's that helping? So I'm gonna put a little bit of this just over here between where the words there's nothing there, just to have some washi. Oh, come on, bruh. Okay, and stuff. Here we go. All right. And I want to add a little bit of the black. I always like to add a little bit of black to my projects and stuff. I just have that kind of habit anyway. Just gonna, and watch me cover this entire thing up with the dudes in a minute. Okay, so with this one, I want to put this down first, and I'm just gonna put it up there. So it seems like the florals are going to be at the top of a lot of these things. Remember, this one I anticipate being in the middle, like a belly band, because it is a bigger situation. Okay, the card, I like the card here, and the dudes are going to be over here somewhere, and they need to be seated. So I'm going to tuck this under here to give a little bit of a grounding, kind of, right? Yeah, sounds good. And then going to have, let's see here, this behind them, I think, and this like, I don't know, let's see. How are we liking that so far? Oh, the glare, that doesn't help. I need the light. All right, so this is kind of what I'm thinking. I want to try to see if maybe I don't forget to put a poster stamp somewhere in here. So maybe like over here. And then maybe I do just add this down here, what they're sitting on. Yep, that sounds like a plan. Okay, let's just move this out to the side. Let's add the card. Okay. Somewhere like over here. It's not gonna be exact. We're here. Let's grab a postage stamp in this tone, I think. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're just gonna put that sucker right there. Okay. And then these guys, I put this here, so let's put that there. Oh, wrong side. Right? Yeah, wrong side. Remember, this doesn't help you. We all know the trick. You put your fingers where you're not going to be gluing. So, I forgot. Okay. There you go. I think it was somewhere along there. Okay. let's glue these two guys together. So this item number. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're going to do that. Okay. And hopefully I didn't get glue on the back, which is fine. All right, so now everything is in its place, and now we're going to have our gentleman sitting on top of the label, and a little off to the side. Okay, and I think that's good. All right, so this guy's leg definitely is like the benchmark place, the dude's head, and let's see, I don't know how many legs have to get glued down. We will remove it if we have to. So here we go. Sit down. Sit down. I need them to cover this a little bit more. Okay. All right, there we go. What are you guys thinking? All right, and so this will be like more of a belly band situation. So we'll just double check and make sure that all the things that can be where things would be slipping past are kind of glued well. And double check that as well when we're putting it into the journal. Okay. Okay. Number 2. So, uno, dos. Let's do number 3. Let's bring the lovely lady over here. So, yes, we're going to ink again. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Well, let's see. I gave you in my challenge a little overview, but like from day to day. So let's see, what did I do today? I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, but then that got pushed because I had to drop my daughter to work, to not work. Well, I always tell her school for her, that's her work, because, she focuses on so many other things. But she's supposed to be graduating this June, so that's good. We've applied to some colleges, and we're going to see what happens there. Okay, and yeah, life is progressing. Okay. See, I don't know. Like, I feel like after experiencing so many other colors of oxide, this vintage photo is just too... There's something about it. It's just too bright, if that makes sense. Like, how could, aging be bright? But it feels bright. The tone of it, I guess, is kind of on the bright side to me. Okay, and then the last little thing here, and I think I'm going to want to grab a postage stamp or 2 because there's not much going on, so I'll take from here. So let's put that here so I don't forget. And we've got our little formula going on, I guess, right? And so let's see here. With her, let's try to change it up. We've got these, what are these? Lilies? No, lilies? Orchids? Not sure. Let's see if I do that. Where's the other? Here we go. This one here, right? So this is a cluster here, and then we will do the collection there with her here, and this roundness over here. Okay, let's see, take a look. What do we think? I don't know, I feel like the people need to be on the bottom, but it's like the same thing over and over and over again. So, but she needs to be on that side. So this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. So let's add a piece of boo-boo tape because it's just a decorative element across this. It's a lot to waste, I know. And let's start with it up there. Okay, you know what? I need to put something else, some letters or something on here. Okay. and my little bit of black. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we're going to put the glue on that side. So I'm almost got it correct there, I think. Let's put a postage stamp to bridge right behind her head. Let's see, what do I want? Do I want this color? Do I want to maybe bring in some the green maybe from the bottom? It's kind of bright. If I had a dullish green, let's see. Let me just put this. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and commit. We're gonna commit. So again, I want her to be kind of there, right? So I'm gonna commit by tacking down her head, and I could adjust the adhesives and glues underneath her, right there. So let's go down, ding, 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 and then we need to ground her feet with this. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, and then down here into there, we're gonna put the flower. Okay, we're gonna put it like this. Okay, now we can glue, let's see, I want that there. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna glue her down over here. She's set now, and then a little bit of glue right there for this little label here. I wanna keep the flowers over it though. Okay, there we go. Number 3 of my little bands. Number 3. All right, let's do one more. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Okay, so let's ink our edges up. All right. So yeah, so with Joy DeFee having started her cleaning video, and I'm waiting to see the next phase of it. She popped up for some reason on my notifications, and I was like, oh, she's back doing, whatever, because I really want to like see what she's doing and how she's struggling, because she's obviously someone who has a lot of supplies and has been doing this for a bit of time. And I think that she's kind of real. So, and I like that, because like I am that type of person. It's like, for the most part, I used to be, but now it's like I've kind of like a little embarrassed about the amount of like mess that's going on here. So, I was good to see that I'm not alone. I really want to get my space up and going, and in a better way, so that I have more than this amount of space to craft in. And that's something that's on the agenda for 2026. Yeah, I moved into this house about 4 years ago in October, right at the middle of COVID situation. And I wanted to, I got it because it had a really pretty decent sized basement that was wide open and relatively neat, if you know what I'm saying. Like, some basements can be like nasty. And she had the woman that I bought it from had a lot of stuff down there, and I was like, there's potential to really get to house all of the things of all of my things. So I was really optimistic about that, and now I'm sitting here in a situation that I don't have the room the way that I want, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It's frustrating. And since this crafting is kind of like my go-to outlet, I really feel a little lost sometimes. Okay, so I'm just putting things down, seeing how that looks. I think I need something to kind of bridge this up here. So we will look at incorporating a postage stamp. Let's see, this color, the brown color. We have one that's this way. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's move this to the side. Let's add a little bit of the black washi to it, right? I like my washi. Ooh, I don't. Washi's frustrating, right? You know, who thought it would be a smart idea to kind of make it so it's not permanent, and you feel like it's all over the place. So it is what it is. Anyway, okay. I'm just giving myself a little something, something there. Let's take a piece of the boo boo. Even though there's no boo-boos, we're gonna just put it like that. Why not? Add some more color. Okay, so now this was, for the most part, right about here, right? And we're going to take a postage stamp that is this way. Let's see, maybe this one. I don't want to cover that number. It's kind of too big. Oh, shush. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. Let's just do that and add that to there. We commit. We just go with the flow. Going to add the florals right there. So, yeah. Anyway, so, oh no, glue. It's okay. I'm gonna put that right there. So we got some layering going on. All right, now what do we have going on with this over here? This was here, I believe. And then they were here. And I think the clock had this and the other thing. So let's put that on the clock. Okay, and that. And we'll just tuck this down there behind her. All right, so we're going to put that on the clock. We're going to add glue to the clocky. They're not clocks, gauges. Yes, that's what they are. We're going to put that to the gauge. Okay, so I'm going to move it over because I want this to not be lined up so exact. Okay, with this one, I know his leg was off, so I need to go from here up this way, etc. Put this like that, and then do I want to attach it here or down here? Let's see, what do I want to do? Where do I want this little thing? It's like I feel like I'm covering the entire clock face. So like, what was the gauge rather? So what was the point? Yeah, I think it needs to go there. All right, almost. Okay, things need to be glued down. His head can be glued down. Yeah, nasty, dirty. Oh my god. Oh, wow. I'm trying to stay under an hour. I think I got about 15 minutes left. Okay. So there we go. That's another one. So this one would be possibly belly, more rounded if it was belly. But you know what? It's going to go once I take that out. It's going to go where it's going to go. All right, here we go. This is our next one. So we're on number 5. Let's try to get them all done. Okay. And we're just gonna just add a little bit. I also kind of like when you're inking, like sometimes when I'm watching people ink and they're just going like this, I feel like, did you get the whole edge? I can't tell because you're so far away. And like me, I'm like trying to make sure that I see every little bit has got ink on it, and it's just like I'm so obsessive like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like they'll go like that. Like I'm making sure that I could see the whole yellowness of it all. Okay, here we go. So we got that. Let's get some on the flores. That's flores. That's going to go in here to help ground and create the cluster. And then some on this thing here. Telefono. Oh, 24. 21. 21 is my number. April is when I was born. So just let's erase the 2. Anyway. So I don't know why I'm gonna say this. Should have probably said it in the beginning. It's like I say, hello, welcome to my studio, and people have been doing the challenge. And I think the way that I wrote studio, because I'm weird, my name rather, is that it's all together, and it was the naming conventions for like, what do you call it? The YouTube, I felt like you had to have everything smushed together. There was no spaces. So I had done DDS and then Studio 72. So people are seeing the double S's, and I think that they're thinking that that's a mistake on my part, and it's not. It's just that the two things smushed together. That's how it looks. So the name of the channel is DDS Studios 72. Just clarifying, just putting it out there. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. All right, I'm gonna maybe try to widen this up. We're covering up the guys down here, and we're gonna have them sitting on top of whatever is there. So let's put a washi, put a piece of boo boo, well, sellotape. We'll do that. Put it there. Okay. I like the red numbers, so we're gonna do that. And then where's their other label? Oh, here it goes. Didn't get to ink that. Okay. All right. Okay, let's glue. And now we're going to put some glue here. I'm putting a little straightening it out a little bit. Okay, let's put some washi across here and here, just because. And then let's see, we're gonna have them sitting up here on this. So we're going to take these two things and put them back there. Okay. Okie dokie, back behind their heads. Okay, so we got the telephono. Okay, this is not straight. Okay, I'll put that down. And we're going to put that here. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to have them sitting up about there, but I think I want to have him like that so we see some more numbers. Yep, I think that's good. So his shoulder, some of his legs, and all of her is definitely being glued down. Okay. And I didn't have a little bit of black, So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of the black up here. I'm not mad at that. It's a little crooked. Not the whole thing. Okay, so this is number 5. And we got one more to do. Am I going to be in an hour's time? Because you know what? This time I'm not editing. Like, the editing is because I have limited space in which to do my stuff. And I need to be letting the world around me, do what it has to do. And I just, cannot do this like this because there's too many people running around. Mind you, there's like 3 in the household. But they make noise. They don't know how to. They just, yeah. Anyway, okay. So this is the last one. We're going to cover up this little cheeky deeky over here because again, I don't know. Just I like the top of this a little better, and we need to ground this gentleman. So we are going to do that. This is a little bit on the whiter side. I'm going to add a little more of that yellowy vintage photo-y color. And what do you call it? So I don't even know. Like, I was looking at them like figure. There's no figure in here because I mean, a lot of the field notes and the specimens and the bugs and all that stuff. But we're just interacting and interchanging all the different things. So it's not like, it's specific. What do you guys think about that? Because I feel like it's just all over the place sometimes. Right? And we'll do like that. And another little piece over here just because. And then I only, don't go under my computer. I only use this one once, so let's throw a little bit of this in here too. Why not? I might just wind up covering the entire thing, right? So here's this. Let's take a piece of that. This is our last one that we're doing. Okay. And we're just gonna fold it behind, it don't matter. Let's take let's put it here. I feel like it's upside down. Let's put it down here. Yeah. All right, I was saying something and my brain just went, ooh, bye-bye. Okay. So we have the floral that I think I'm going to put on this side, right? I could put it there, but I don't know. I feel like it looks better there. Not that I've been doing that kind of like, oh, this needs to go here, You see the style, the way that I'm crafting, right? This is like, it seems willy-nilly, and then it's like, I think it all comes together eventually. I think I want to add this stamp right here. So I'm going to tuck this under. Right? So yeah, said I don't want the Christmassy vibe, and then I put these things together. Okay. This is going to have to go here. So I'm going to center it over her. Sorry, little girl. Okay, where's my thing? Where's my round thing? So I'm going to center that over her. This needs to go on here. So I want to tuck it under. Yeah, I'm going to tuck it under like that. So we're going to put some glue on this side, and then we're going to tuck it under here, right? And we're going to flatten everything down. And now let's see, where is he going to stand? He's going to stand over here. Yes, I think so. That sounds good. Okay. Maybe it's a little bit higher. Okay. And then we have this last little clustery elements right here. So we're going to add the 2 labels here. And like that. There we go. Snip and snap it is a bit of bad. Bibbidi babbidi boo. Oh, it's all over the place. Okay. And then let me add the glue here. And here. Okay. Alright. And then I had it like that. Right. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit because it's a very obvious gap right there. And then this should be straightened out a little bit this way. Oh, come on. All right, that's good. All right, my dears. Do you want to add another one? I'm going to put 2 on this one. Porque, because why not? But I want a little bit of a lighter one. Maybe this over here. And then kind of like that. Yeah, I think that's cool. So now this is going to be sticky. So you need to kind of put your dirty fingers into it. And I don't have my embossing powdery thing here, but I'm going to remove some of the stick. There we go. That's taking all the ink from the inking off my finger and the glues from the gluing. So I know that's nasty, but these are my things. Anyway, all right. Woo! 3 minutes to spare to, well, about, because I don't remember. I did look and it was 17 after, and I said, oh, 15 after. It's 12 after. So I think I'm in an hour's time. So I don't know. You tell me if this was worth your time. So let's go down so that I don't have to struggle with these. So we've got this one here. We've got this cluster strip here. All right, 2. We've got this one here. So I think these definitely would be more belly band because they're very much wider. And so, but again, I showed you we can have it on a longer page and still be a tuck. Okay, so those are the last 3, I think, working in backwards order. Okay, so we're gonna push those up there. Then we had this one here. Right? Okay, so this is more like a side tuck. That's that one. Then we had these 2. So push stuff up here. This is another belly band, and this is going to be good as a side tuck. So, there we go. I feel like I can add a postage stamp here. Let's grab one. I think I was dabbling with that idea before. Something, you know. No. Ah! I don't know if it's the color or what, but I need to stop on my shenanigans. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. I think it's okay. So my lovelies, my dear spectators who have sat through this whole little thing, hearing me jibber jabber and whatnot to make these clusters to add into that book come Sunday. I'm going to bring that whole journal back out and actually add to the pages, add some more layers, add these, and, you know, I have to do pockets and stuff like that. Trying to be clever with my titles, but at this point in time, I have no idea what I could call this video. So, you know, I like a good alliteration, you know, like Tuesday, you know, Tuesday's tuck spots. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and I will hopefully be back tomorrow. I'm trying, guys. I want to give you some good content. Anyway, ciao, ciao. Bye.